Hello and welcome to Let Lovely.
Hello.
It's Mr. and Mrs. Rich here.
It's Mr.
It's Mrs. Well, we know we haven't been around for quite a while.
Adjusting to life in another continent.
But we have been going through life and we've got a few things we'd like to share with you guys. And hopefully they will edify your marriages. So, 3 things today. First thing, women and how they dress. Wives, rather, and how you dress. So, I like dressing very cash. Unless I have an event. So, I suppose that's why I love the Let Lovely dinners, because then I can look glam. But being a homemaker, I like dressing quite cash, and I don't normally put on makeup. But my husband has got a bit of advice for the wives out there.
Oh,
including me, because this is the advice that I get.
Yeah, no, I think in the first week that I met you, one of the bits of, or not in the first week, but within the first month anyway of meeting you, we're just having a conversation around how different women dress and how, that can almost be seen as, a challenge to any woman, and how you take it as a man is, obviously we've all got eyes. You all look around, and any man who says that he hasn't seen any woman on the street is I haven't even thought about anything, it's nothing that crosses my mind, is either lying to himself or lying to the person he's speaking to. We all have eyes, and there very many attractive women out there. But the way I categorize them, I think what made Samantha laugh is that I actually categorize them in terms of, sort of the weapons of war. Because you're in a war as a guy. When you're walking out there and there are all these, amazingly beautiful ladies, you are under attack. And, as a wife or a significant other, you are also under attack. And you need to arm yourself correctly in order for you to be victorious in the war for your husband's eyes and his mind. Now, this is not excusing. First of all, I just want to preface this by saying it is absolutely not excusing infidelity or husbands going elsewhere. They could say, "Oh, I was struck by a better weapon," which is just rubbish. It's just tosh. This is just the reality of the fact that this is out there, and if the temptation is greater, there's a greater probability. So it's just about playing the probabilities. So if you think about like weapons of war, you get your handguns, you get your knives, you get your handguns, you get your AK-47s, you get your Uzi submachine guns, you get maybe your AR-15s. You may be surprised about the level of my gun knowledge. Maybe a couple of shotguns in there, but then you move on to things like your bazookas, your shoulder-mounted Stinger, heat-seeking missiles. You then move on to your anti-aircraft missiles, and then you start to move on to the big stuff, your cruise missiles, your Moabs, which is the mother of all bombs. And then you start to move on to your more serious, destructive items like your nuclear weapons, and then your top of the line is your intercontinental ballistic missile.
Intercontinental ballistic
missile. Now, the intercontinental ballistic missile, right? The reason that is. Those ladies you see walking out there, absolutely beautiful. Maybe they're just minding their own business. So it's not about me. And again, this is not about me saying that women should dress a certain way. They should dress like with the veils or anything and cover with black. No. Please dress however you feel comfortable. However you feel you can walk out and your husband is happy with that. That's absolutely fine. I'd love you to dress hot. That's fine. But the eyes of the guy that's seeing you are being affected by this, and so as men we have to be aware that it's a war out there. Now there are some ladies, just as there are some guys who are intent on doing something, there are some ladies out there who dress up with the intention or put themselves out there with the intention of grabbing someone, whether he's married or not, doesn't matter. So we have to be aware of that sort of thing. So, that little grading system was just a little bit of a joke. But it just shows that basically, if you are dressing up like an AK-47 for your husband, and he's going out there and seeing Scud and cruise missiles and intercontinental ballistic missiles, if there is a war for that mind, which weapon is going to win?
Right. So basically, ladies, in layman's terms, dress really lovely for your husband.
And for yourself, mostly. For yourself, the
yeah.
confidence it gives you yourself. So again, I don't want to seem misogynistic. I don't want to seem
no,
like, I'm saying that, women should have some kind of label, some kind of burden to dress. I mean, I dress up this. I love this shirt. I've got my cufflinks. I do things more because I need to look good. I don't want to, just be the slouch who just hangs around and you don't recognize the guy you met. This is how I was when you met me.
Yeah,
I worked hard to get. I wanted to look good to get you. Why should I then slouch off? So this is not me saying that women have got some kind of eternal labor to behave in a certain way, which is unfair because they're always in a war. No, please don't get me wrong for saying that.
But basically, what we're saying is, despite the fact that you're a housewife or a top attorney, dress lovely that is attractive to your husband, because we are trying to ensure that your husbands continue to look at you in that light, continue to desire you, because we've all been taught as we were growing up that men are attracted by things of the eyes. What they see attracts them. So what we're saying is, women, be attractive to your husbands. If it's making your hair, if it's making your face, if it's dressing lovely, even in the house, even when you're not going anywhere, let it not be something that he sees once in a blue moon and then he's being attacked out there by the intercontinental ballistics daily. That we just wanted to encourage women to reset
and men as well, and guys as well.
Guys
it's
as
about
well,
everybody.
yes.
It's about everybody keeping up their standards. That's all it is. Keep up your standards. Be proud of yourself. Don't always. That's not about thinking about anyone else. Primarily, it's more about be proud of yourself. Would you be proud to be seen like that when you were dating your significant other? Was that okay? And if that's okay, then that's okay. If that's okay, then that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
But if it's not, if your past self would look on you and say, whoa, what are you doing?
What's going on?
Why are you doing that? Why are you dressed like that? That's not okay. Then there's an issue.
Okay. So yes, men, don't wear t-shirts that come up to here. Now all your belly's hanging out. Because when I met you almost looked like you had a six-pack.
Maybe the lesson there is not so much don't wear the t-shirt, but go to the gym.
Okay, go to the gym. Continue to look good. So that's about the dressing. That's about the attractiveness of you as a person to your spouse. And then so we're moving on to the second thing of the day today.
Oh, we're still on. Okay,
yes,
cool.
We've got three things. We've done the first thing. So today,
Sorry,
now we are on
the
it's okay. Now we're on the second thing about this term that I heard in this home whilst we were working, putting our house together. The husband mentioned that he was domestically happy.
Yeah.
I had never heard of that term, domestically happy. I just thought people were happy. So explain why that term would have been used, and let's help each other. Let's help people out there to be domestically happy.
Okay, to be fair, I don't know if it's like a term or a phrase that you'd find in the Oxford Dictionary. I kind of made it up on the spot. I was just I was sort of pottering about putting things together because obviously we've just moved into a new place, and my wife was just in the kitchen over here, and at that moment as I was doing that, so I had my tools in my hand. My wife is over there in the kitchen,
and then we moved to the bedroom where you're fixing the wardrobe, and I was ironing.
Fix the wardrobe. Yeah, so we're doing lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just in that moment, or in those moments, it sort of felt like it was a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. And you're like, okay, so we're being very domestic right now. Not that we're doing anything special. It's not like a romantic dinner or something amazing, or we're packing up to go on a holiday. Yeah. So it wasn't anything like that. But at that moment, it was just like lovely and fuzzy and warm. And I said, very domesticated. We're doing things domestically, and I'm very happy. So yeah, that's where the term kind of sprung up. So if it becomes famous, I trademark it. Domestically happy.
Domestically happy.
$5 for you in the US.
To use the
term. £4, I guess. I don't know what the strength of the currency is at the moment because I'm on a different continent now and we don't even know that currency anymore. Trademark. There you go. But that's domestically happy. Doing the normal stuff. Being happy, doing normal stuff together.
Being happy,
You don't have to do something special and amazing and life-changing and like, wow, we took pictures and we were, on this amazing ride. Nothing like that. Just chilling at home, putting up pictures, fixing wardrobes, and I'm happy.
I think. So, being domestically happy. I think that it's actually doing what you're meant to do around the house without qualms, without feeling like, you're fighting about it. You need to paint that corner. You need to pull this together. So just being able to do the stuff that you're supposed to do, relaxed in a relaxed environment. So ladies, let's not pressure our men too much to do what they're meant to do because we want them to be happy. I wasn't pressuring you. Was I pressuring you?
No pressure.
He was just doing his thing and I was just doing my thing. So sometimes I've noticed or we've come across people who have mentioned about how the wife doesn't do this and the husband doesn't do that, and maybe sometimes it would be this is a word of caution. Maybe stay in your lane for a bit, see how it goes. Just do what you as a wife normally do, just do your dishes, just do your cooking, just do whatever it is that you do naturally in your home. If it's taking out the bin, then just take out the bin. Because I know not in all marriages the man takes out the bin all the time. The women sometimes are the ones who take out the bin. So whatever you're doing that helps the environment, your domestic environment, your home environment to be comfortable, do that and experience this domestically happiness. It's so cool. Well done.
High five.
And then so anything else on domestically happy?
No, it's a simple thing. It just came to me. It's just something that you feel, you got it or you don't, but you know when you got it.
But we hope that you're happy too, because moving and putting furniture together with IKEA instructions can be
stressful. I think is a politically nice term. That's the way of putting it. And if you don't get stressed by that, then wow, good on you. Can you come around here, please?
So the pressures of the life out there can pressure us to not perform as great as we want to in the domestic setting, but just try to enjoy what you're doing around the house, because you live there too. Like, seriously, it'll be great. And then on to our last thing. So he had a bit of a day yesterday, a very long day. Maybe he was stressed or something, and got upset over something which wasn't to do with me, but I was there to be calm and and to just be by his side without pointing out that he was shouting or he was upset or whatever.
Not shouting at you.
No, not shouting at me, but at the situation, which had nothing to do with me.
Venting.
Venting. But I was just there chilling, and then on our way back, he said something quite, I don't know what the word is, but for me it was very, very lovely to know. So we'll put this in the compliment your spouse category. So compliment your spouse on how they make you feel. So I was just talking about our move and talking about the places that I've traveled to since since I've been in Africa, and what I've seen, and they had nothing to do with what had transpired earlier. It was just me telling him life stories. And when we parked the car, he said that my voice is soothing. I was like, who tells his wife the voice is soothing? Like, seriously, I can talk, as you can hear, I can talk. But he found my voice at that moment, or maybe all the time, he says, my voice was soothing. So explain, explain to the world.
Well, I suppose it's